Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Talks. So in our previous video we have discussed about how to configure email notifications on Jenkins. So in a current video, let us discuss a topic something like how to schedule a job or how to build a job, how to run a job periodically. What it means. Let's say if you want to run a job, if you want to build a job 12 a.m. every Sunday, or else every day 12 a.m. or else every 3 p.m. every day 3 p.m. or 15th of every month. In that way you really no need to sit on the laptop and you do it manually. We have a luxury from Jenkins that you can automate that stuff. Okay, let's see how we can do that. Okay, let me create a dummy project first. Let's say I'm creating something like Java project. Let's say it's a Java application. It's a Java application, let's say. Okay, I'm just fetching this code. Okay, I'm just creating package stuff as well. Apply and save. Okay, so there is no builds. You can see for this particular job Java, there is no build as done as of now. I'm just building it for the first time. Okay, let us see. Okay, super. So the build is successful. Let us go to this and the job you can see finished as success. Okay, and observe one point here. The first line, it has been started by user called admin. Okay, see who has logged in here. I logged in as user called admin, and this has been started by user called admin. Okay, just remember this point. Now let's see how we can schedule a job. Go back to the job, go to configure, click on build triggers. So here we have an option like build periodically. Build periodical. What is mean by build periodically? You can check this. Okay, it is something like provides a cron like feature to periodically execute the project. What is mean by cron like feature? Let me open this. What is mean by cron like feature? Cron like feature is nothing but we can schedule a job. See, the cron command line utility, also known as cron job, it's a job scheduler or on Unix like operating system. Okay, so something like we can set up a job to run to run it at certain point of time. Let's say I have an Apache service on my Unix machine. Let's say, okay, I want to bounce it at 12 a.m. of every Sunday. Okay, so for that I really no need to sit, I no need to do it manually. I can schedule a cron job on that particular Linux machine. It will bounce that Apache server, and you can print the logs as well. You can see the logs as well. So this is the feature we generally use on our Linux machines, in real-time environment. Let's see how we can schedule it. We really no need to deep dive on this. Really no need to do a deep dive for this. You can have a simple nature, like simple knowledge on this. Okay, so this will schedule by mentioning the time. We'll schedule by mentioning the time. Let's say we have to tell the machine that please restart the service by 31st or 1st of every month by 12 a.m. or every Sunday 12 a.m. or else I can ask this to print so and so output for every 5 minutes, or I need status of so and so service by next every 3 p.m. in that way. So how we will schedule, how we'll tell the machine to take the timings. Okay, we have to mention in this format, means 5 stars, 5 places. The first place, it shows us minute, which minute the job has to run. Second one is hour. Third one is month, day of the month. Fourth one is month. Third one is day of the month. Fourth one is month. Fifth one is day of the week. Let's say you want to schedule a job every day 3:15. Let's say every day 3:15. You can something like mention minute is 15. Okay, next hour is 3:15. Every day means you can keep star. Every day means you can keep star. Let's say I want to execute the job Feb 15th. Okay, Feb 15th 3:20. Okay, Feb 15th 3:20. Okay, if it is AM you can use 3, if it is PM you can use 15. Okay, see hours, you can see 0 to 23. Okay, so I want to execute it 3 a.m. okay, 3:15 a.m. Feb 15th. Okay, so minute I'll mention like 15, hour I will mention 3, next day of the month, what date I told 15th, next month Feb, which is nothing but 2nd. Okay, so let us see this, guys. Here also you can see something like, if you click on this help, you can see this point, right? So it's something like minute, hour, you can take help from here, and you have some specific points, stars, something like specify all valid values. So this is something like range, hyphen is something like range. Okay, you can see some examples also here. See, every 15 minutes, okay, you can mention this kind of job. So you can see some examples here. Okay, so we don't have to check it for next 15 minutes or next Sunday, we don't have that time. So let us wait and let us see this job will be executing by next minute or not. Let's say I want to execute this job automatically in next minute. So let me check the time first. So that I can give a particular time to instance. Okay, see what's the time now. You have to always remember, if you are using any server, don't depend on the time which is showing on your desktop or which is showing on your local region. Just check that time on your server. Okay, because now let's say I'm sitting in India, but I'm using an instance from US. Okay, so the time will be different. I can't rely on my desktop time. I need to go through the time which is running on the server where the Jenkins has been located, where my jobs has been located. Okay, so this is a server where the Jenkins is running and the jobs are running. Okay, I want to go through this time only. Let me check the time, fresh time again. It is 9:16. Okay, I want to build this job by 9:17. I want to build this job by 9:17. Okay, so what is the time? 9:17 I need to mention. So first point you need to mention as minute. So 17 space 9, remaining I'm just giving as star. Okay, apply and save. Come back to this build history. See, I'm just not doing anything. I just kept my cursor away. I have just kept my mouse away. So in next 1 minute the job has to execute. See, as of now we have only one job in build history. I'm not doing anything. Okay, so in next minute means by 9:17 the second job has to initiate. See, now the 9:17 and the second job has been initiated. Okay, quickly you can have a look at your time also. 9:17, 10 seconds. Okay, so you can see the console output. Okay, finished as success. Okay, see 12:29, time is 9:17. Okay, and I've told you something like in previous output it has shown us something started by user called admin. Now it is telling us started by timer. Hope you understood the difference. Okay, so because this has been scheduled and run by a job, so this is the first job. See, Java first job started by user called admin. Okay, now this is second job. You can see that started by timer. Okay, now let's say this is fine, this is very good, and you are scheduling the job. This is one point of job. Second one is, let's say a developer is doing some frequent changes on the code and pushing the code to Git repository. Okay, now I'm using this Git repository. So what developer is doing, developer has done, he want to fix something, or he want to develop something, he want to bring some good output than the existing one. So he is doing some modification. So in that case what he does some modification and he will push it to the repository. So in that case, let's say when he done some changes and pushed it to repository, that has to be, that job has to take the different code and has to build it. So what we can do is we can tell the Jenkins that, hey Jenkins, for this particular job means Java job, okay, check so and so source code management repository for every 5 minutes, for every 5 minutes, or for every 10 minutes, or for every hour, for example, for every hour example, or every minute. Okay, go every minute and check this repository. Go every minute and check this repository. If there is any change in the code, if there is any change in the code, please build it freshly. See, now 9:17 is the time. Okay, 9:17 is the time when we build the second one. Now it is 9:19, so it has been 2 minutes, but there was no fresh build because the job we have done for only 9:17. It is done. It is done for today. Okay, so we have given all stars, so it will come tomorrow and it will execute at 9:17. Hope you guys understood. Okay, now what I am telling this job is, okay, every minute, let's say every minute we can give all stars. Okay, or every 5 minutes, like you can give star/5, remaining all 4 stars. So in that frequent interval, please go to this Git repository and check all the code. If there is any change in the code compared to the existing one, please do a fresh build. Please do a fresh build. So I'm just configuring that. Let's see whether we can get that output or not. See, this is a Git repository I've given. So you are asking Jenkins to check this Git repository only. Okay, so if you do changes in this particular repository and if you configure this stuff, poll, this one poll SCM, then only it will do the checking. Poll is something like we are telling that to poll this repository in so and so frequent of time. Okay, I'm just unchecking this. I'm enabling this option. Okay, so what I'm telling, so I can't show you like 10 minutes or 15 minutes because it logs our video. You can try this by giving the specific time. As of now, I'm giving every minute of every hour of every day of the month, of every month means every day. Hope you guys understand. All stars means every minute. All stars means every minute. Okay, so I am just doing this, and let me quickly check the date as well. Okay, 9:21. Apply and save. Apply and save. Okay, 9:21. It's 9:21. By 9:22, there should not be any fresh build. There should not be any fresh build because we have not done any, we are not doing any changes for the next minute. We are not doing any changes for the next minute. Okay, let us wait till 9:22 or 9. Let's wait till 9:23. Okay, guys, while watching video, you can just skip this minute. Okay, because we have mentioned mentioned something like please loop please poll this repository for every minute. Okay, now even at 9:22 it's doing a poll. It's just looking at the code. This Jenkins is looking at this particular code, but it's not building anything because there is no difference in the change. There is no change in the code. Sorry, there is no change in the code. So when there is no change in the code, even though if you poll for every minute, it won't check that. It won't do build. It will check that, but it won't build it because there is no change in the code. Okay, see, now it's almost above 1 minute. Okay, let us wait for 10 more seconds. So we have done we have configured it by 9:21. Okay, ideally, if there is any change, it should execute by 9:22. Okay, see, 9:23. Let us see whether is there any new build. No, absolutely no. Now let me make the difference in this file. For example, okay, I'm not doing anything, simply just removing this stuff. I'm adding something like thank you. Do the commits from the master branch. Okay, now the code has been modified. See, readme is something changed now only. So let's see whether in the next minute, now it is 9:23. in next minute, see, the third job has been initiated, and check the time, it's 9:24, because there is a change in the code, okay. And you can see the console output as well, it is successful, okay. And if you observe here, it is telling that this has been started by an SCM change. Hope you guys understood the difference, okay. First one is something like scheduling the job. Remember, forget whether there is a change or not. If you schedule something, by every 5 minutes, it will do a fresh build, regardless of whether there is a change in the code or not. That's not a matter. It will build it for every 5 minutes. Second one is something like poll SCM. So even though if you schedule for every minute, let's say if you schedule for every 5 minutes in the first one, periodical stuff, there it won't check whether there's a code difference or not. For every 5 minutes it will build a fresh one, in this job, okay. In second case, where we do poll SCM, periodical is nothing but which is not dependent on code. Poll SCM is something dependent on code. If there is a change in the code, then only it will execute. Even though if you do every minute, every 5 minutes, it will check for, if you schedule it for every 5 minutes, it will go there and check it for every 5 minutes. But if there is no change, it won't do any modifications or builds here. If there is a change, it will build it, okay. Hope you guys understood it. Yeah, that's it for the session.